Cupcake tins are the way of the past, as you can see. They're metal, they're ugly, they are just horrible to use. You have to put in tin pieces in here, little cupcake tins, so that you can put your cupcakes batter in there so that they can stay better and so that you don't get it all dirty. But the problem with them is that they freaking get dirty faster than ever. They're the way of the past. Hi, I'm Jay Simkovitz, and today I'm going to be making cupcakes with silicone molds. Perfectly great, as you can see here. Okay, I'm going to be making lip shapes and mustaches. Okay, cupcakes today. The very first ingredient you're going to need is a cup of butter. This is these are 2 halves of a butter. So you're going to add it into your mixing bowl right here, as you can see, and you're going to beat it until it's nice and soft. What that means is that you're going to be using an electric hand mixer or a KitchenAid mixer, whatever it is, and you're going to mix your butter until they are nice and soft. That means you're going to be beating them for about 2 to 3 minutes. So let's do that. Okay, sometimes it's going to get stuck on the sides. So just scrape it down with your mixer and you keep beating it. Now sometimes you're going to have to take them off and you're going to have to get all that butter out of there. There we go. Our butter is mixed completely. I'm going to take a spatula and I'm going to scrape the sides of it, and then I'm going to show you the next ingredient. Now, the next thing you're going to need is a cup of sugar. Okay, so you get your measuring cup, you get your sugar, and you dump a nice big cup of sugar. Now, if you can't get it all out, then you just dump it in to your 1 cup measuring cup, and that's it. And then you sprinkle it in and you mix it all up until it is nice and fluffy again with your sugar in there. Okay, and there you go. You got your sugar and butter mixed right now. The next ingredient we're going to add to make our nice delicious cupcakes are going to be 4 eggs. That's correct, 4 eggs. 1 at a time. And each one is going to be mixed in 1 at a time. So, you crack it. And then you mix it up. But you don't want to mix it up too much because you don't want the eggs to have a problem when creating this delicious recipe. So you just mix it in enough that it looks incorporated. So you see, it's been incorporated. Just like that. You can't see that the egg was in there. So do that for your other 3 eggs. Your mixture is turning into a batter-like substance that you can see. It moves. It's able to be movable. It's movable. It's able to move. Let's put it that way. Now it's time to add in your milk. 2 tablespoons of milk. I'm using coconut milk by So Delicious. It has vanilla flavor, which is great because it is vanilla cupcakes. So it is great for that. So you're going to add in your 2 tablespoons of milk. There you go. And now, what do you do next? You mix it in. There we go. It is all mixed. And now it's going to look like this. Still looks like batter, but with just milk in it. Now it's time to add in the vanilla extract. I love this stuff because it is amazing. It tastes better. Even though we've just used coconut milk with vanilla in it, you want more vanilla flavor. So we are going to use 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract because we already got the vanilla from the coconut milk. 1 and 2. And now we mix it in as usual. Now it's time to add in our dry ingredients in this. So the first thing we're going to add is the baking powder. You need a teaspoon of baking powder. Voila! Just throw it in. Just plop it in. Plain and simple. Now you're going to need your flour. Big flour. Lots and lots of flour. Okay. 1 cup. Can't fit it in there. So we're going to use 1/3 of a cup to get the flour into our 1 cup measurer because we can't fit it in. There is our 1 cup of flour. Yes, it might be a little too much, but it's okay. And now you need 2/3. So it's 1 and 2/3 cups of flour. So since we got our 1/3 of our cup, we get to use 2 of these. So 1 and 2. And there we go. And we're going to mix it all up until it is looking like almost like a dough substance, but more watery. Best way to put it. I'll show you what it is when it's done. So that's what it looks like. More of a dough substance, but it's not really dough because it's still movable more. And it's thinned out. Let's put it that way. Oh, that is good. That is good. But be careful. There's raw eggs in here. But be careful. So now that you have it like this, you're going to add it into your silicone mold. But the first thing you have to do is grease your silicone mold. Before we grease our silicone pan, I'm going to explain why I'm using silicone instead of these old metal crappy pans that are disgusting and they're outdated and the way of the past. The reason why I'm using silicone is because it is so much easier to get your cake mix out of it, to get everything out of it. It is just plain simple. The cleanup is easy. It is beyond belief simple. So the first thing you're going to do is butter this. Okay, you're going to grease up your silicone pan. So I'm using a baster here. Not a baster. Well, yeah, you could say it's a baster. It's a little baster. I've melted butter here. So I've melted about 2 full tablespoons of butter. And you're going to grease the inside. If you don't have butter and you got cooking spray, by all means, put it on the inside of it, or cooking oil on the inside of it, something to keep it from all sticking. Okay, you don't want your cake batter to stick inside of it. There we go. It has been totally 100% greased up. Now we're going to add our batter into the mustaches because you want them to be a nice blonde color. So yellow is the closest you'll get. So you're going to add your cake batter into there. Now you can use whatever you want. I'm going to use a little teaspoon because it's easier to transfer it in than it is to use something else. So you just get a little teaspoon from your drawer, wherever, and you transfer it in. You want to transfer it 3/4 to the top. Okay, so you need about 1/4 not filled, because if you fill it all the way up, it's going to overflow, and you don't want that to happen. This is what it looks like when you got them into your mustache. Okay, they're all in there, they're great, but now we need the lips because we haven't done that. So we're going to push this to the side and we're going to get a small mixing bowl. We're going to add some of this, some of our batter into the mixing bowl the best you can. Okay, just like that. Yeah, well, let's add some more. Better to add a little bit more and be safe than sorry. Okay, there we go. So now we'll just put this to the side at the moment, as you can see in the corner there. And we're going to use our food coloring. Oh, sorry, can't see that. Our food coloring. We're going to use our red food coloring. And why red? Because lips are red usually. So you're going to add a few drops. We're going to add 4 drops to start off with. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to mix that in and you're going to see what color comes out. So you see, it's more pink than red. So we're going to add 4 more drops. Oh, that got 5 in there, okay? So 5 is the second one. Okay, more pink than it was before. That's okay. We're just going to use it that way because since it's neon, it might not get to red. So you just put this to the side, forget about it, and now you get your lips and mustaches and you bring it over, and now you're going to add in your new color. Just move that out of the way a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing. You add the pink color into the lips. Now you want to just clean it up. So I got another spatula. It's a different one. It's a baking spatula. But you're going to clean this up to the best of your ability. Scrape it back in. The reason for scraping it back in is because then you still got your batter. You want to get it all in. Yoink. Sometimes it doesn't fully get off, but you do the best you can. there you go. There's your mustaches and your lips. Now you're going to take this, well, you're going to take your silicone mold. Excuse me. Hold on. You're going to take your silicone mold and you're going to add it into your oven on a cookie sheet. You need a cookie sheet first because it is silicone and you don't want to burn it. But you need it on a cookie sheet. So it can be any cookie sheet you want. Doesn't matter the size as long as it fits your silicone mold. And you're going to put it in the oven at 350. Well, of course, you're going to wait for it to heat up. And then you're going to add it in when it's at 350. And you're going to cook it 16 to 18 minutes until it is nice and firm inside. So you're going to need a toothpick for that. So let's do that. Let's add it into the oven right now. As I forewarned you, filling it up a little too much will cause it to overflow and, well, more or less come out. Well, that's what happened to mine. Let me show you exactly what happened. As I told you, it would happen. They came right out. They literally overflowed. But it's okay. They still hold their shape and mold. And now, since they've cooled down, you're going to pop them out of the mold. You see, it's very easy to pull them out of the mold. And there you go. You got your mustache. That's the first one. And your lips. That's it. You got her, and his cupcakes. Plain and simple. Great for a party, for a his and her party. Great for a couple's party. Great for anything you really want it to be. Okay? It's amazing. That's all you really need for a his and her cupcakes. I mean, literally. And then you can decorate them if you want. You can just leave them as they are. They will taste amazing, as I will prove to you. Okay? See? Nice and fluffy inside. And you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but it's still steaming. It means they're still hot, but they're still good. Oh man, that is good. That is good. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, that is good. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. So please subscribe to my channel. Hit that thumbs up button. Also, share this with your friends, family, and all your social medias and everyone you know. Also, remember, you guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. You're one of a kind. You're beautiful. And thank you for being part of Jay's squad, or cooking squad, as I like to call it, cooking squad. And remember, the most important thing is keep calm and cook on.